This program is brought to you by PBS viewers like you. Thank you. Welcome back to Art Exposition Tour. I'm your host, James Tuber, and here on the show, we tour around the nation looking at small towns, looking at their finest art galleries and arts all over the town to see really what makes them tick from a cultural aspect inside. Here we're in the upper central New York and somewhat underwhelming town of Baldwinsville. Baldwinsville was established a while ago by Alec Baldwin after he finished filming 30 Rock. Now, this small town has been known as the Great Salt Lake of the North. But besides salt, it's got a very rich artistic history. Let's go take a look at that. The year is 2013. Maroon 5 is big, and political activists are even bigger, specifically in the vein of homosexual rights groups. Now, coming up on the left here, we have just an artifact of that specific era. This piece is titled, "I Gay is Okay." Yes, it is. Now, this piece borrows a little bit of its subject matter from a Kurt Vonnegut quote written just 2 years earlier. But you can see the impeccable use of this beige. It's, I believe it's beige paint on concrete. Ooh, that's not paint. It's beige, chalk? I don't know. Beige chalk on concrete. And you can see the white lines running through it. Represents the divide that's going through our country right now and always. And how we need to heal. And there's 2 G's. Because, over here, we have a series of artworks by Nex. And Nex is a very famous artist around Beville. This work of his says, paper. Yes. Ew. It's just paper spelled with 3 P's, though. And that explains the male-dominated paper business, why there's been so many P's there. More paper. There's so much paper flowing in and out of Beville, it's known as a paper town. We have the piece FFF, also commonly pronounced now, is also an activist piece by the group FFF, which is short for Friends of Furries Are Friendly. Notice how it's one continuous line and then one circle coming off of it. That represents the hardships of testicular cancer and any amputations that it might ensue. It's a hard life to live, people. Right here is, looks like a pentagram. We have a piece of contemporary art, a sculpture of a bunny. If you zoom in right over there, it's one of the most lifelike sculptures in the village. We can get real nice and close to that. Oh. This piece is, here we can see this little nestled sculpture here, empty Bud Light can. That represents the terrible values ensued by alcohol abuse. You'll be laying under a trash can if you're, I don't know. Over here, we're standing right now in the heart of the village, otherwise known as under the sketchy bridge. There's the activist group. This is the activist heartland of all the most beautiful artwork in the city, compiled here into the most family-friendly atmosphere. Let's take a look. We have an interesting juxtaposition of images here. We have live life to the fullest, which is a very positive message. But if you look just a couple inches below, you see die. Now, the confliction between these two images, this piece is called, it started out as YOLO, but they crossed out the YOL and kept the O and just wrote olives. Now this artist must really love olives a lot because it's a very interesting fruit that you can eat and it's good for your metabolism. Up here we see one of our first collaborations of the day. We see 4 different renditions of the same phallic image. It's 4 different artists coming together from different backgrounds to take their same rendition on the male genitalia. It's an interesting concept of the human body and the human form. Very interesting art here. No, it doesn't even look like it that complete. It's right here. Yes. This piece is called Glory Hole. I believe that's some sort of slang, but I believe this hole represents the hole in someone's heart when they aren't true to themselves. So it's more like when you're focusing on glory and you're not good to yourself, you're just not fulfilling this hole that's in your soul, the hole in your soul. That's what they should have called. We have one of the most lesser known pieces in this specific gallery here. It's called Poopy. I believe that's not even art. That might just be a label for what's inside of this tube. Let's step away then. Here we have a series of sculptures on overlapping concrete pedestals. We have, this piece is called Sharpie Wrappers, which represents our represents our throwaway culture. And this piece is called Crumpled Up Socks. Not touching those. Now, if we keep moving onward, this also represents our throwaway culture. The third and final of these sculptures, this is Pile of Chips. Don't eat those. I have a lot of miscellaneous words around here. If you look closely, you can see some on the pipes and stuff. Uh-oh. It's done in haiku format. Rumors are started by haters and believed by dick riders. Now, I don't know who the dick riders are, but I believe that's some sort of Shakespearean reference. We have a fancy 2-piece artwork set. The first piece is called Daddy Was Here. This appears to be rusted chalk on rusted steel. So it's an old style of artwork, but it holds up to its name. Notice the past tense of the word was. Because if you look at the next part, but it's not your dad. This piece is called Dream Big. And this is an entirely satirical piece of how when you dream about things, sometimes your dreams don't always get realized, you know? I wanted to be an astronaut, but then NASA said I wasn't good enough. We have Ghost is the first part of the art, and then as you get to the end, you reveal that it's not the ghost that you're looking for, it's the toast. Here, hardly a piece, is Beville kids are as f***. Square the f*** up. I think this one says, I have big BMW, big Mexican wiener. Jesus Christ, guys, what are you giving me? Oh no. Oh no. Broke it on the wiener. Here we have a whole collage. I'd put my frame around it, but it's broken. Lots of conversing images going on between here. Let's take a closer look. This one is an early divorce. Also a very sad but true piece, and the American divorce rates are over 50% in this country today. It's a sad statistic. Let's go on. This one is also a very somber piece. Your body pillow doesn't count as a significant other. That one just represents themes of loneliness in such a small town, I guess. I don't know. Touch here. Free AIDS, just touch here. Oh God. Lord in heaven. The Obra Maestra. Big cock. We've been on a heck of a journey through this small town. We've seen lots of artwork, we've seen graffiti of all kinds, political activisms, an animal or two. We've seen racial slurs and epitaphs and profane drawings alike. And now I can say with absolute certainty, here on the Art Expedition show, I can say with certainty that this town is a piece of trash. They have no good fine art here. It's just a bunch of trashy slurs and drawings of penises. Come on guys, you gotta step up your graffiti game. Let's get out of this stain.